Ooh, what if Naruto had the rinnegan part 1? So, yeah. So, we see a young boy. This boy was in the academy. His name was Naruto Uzumaki. He had the rinnegan, a powerful dojutsu, which it said that the gods had it in their possession. The dojutsu in his eye was rumored to be almighty and powerful. So many attempts were attempted to grab the eyes out of the boy, but they all failed. The boy was always under heavy surveillance of plenty of Ombu. In one point of time, some Ombu members which were sent by Donzo Shimura to retrieve the boy's eyes to him, so he could rule the village. But this attempt failed. As Naruto was playing with one of his friends, he knew one of the Ombus were watching him. One of the Ombus approached him and tried to kill him. But the Ombu threw a shuriken towards him, expecting it to be an easy kill. But Naruto easily dodged. But his friend was hit with it. When he turns around, he turns around in pure horror, hearing the screams of his friend. He shouts, letting out a huge roar. Immediately the Ombu is sent flying towards a random house. Everyone witnesses as Naruto loses control. His eye starts to shake. He looks towards the man. He rushes towards the man, top speed. He starts juggling the man all around, starts punching him constantly. Eventually crushing the man to the ground, destroying any pride the man had. After this incident, people swore not to give him any sort of looks or anything. After this, a law was put up not to harm Naruto. But Donzo went for another attempt. He sent a much more stronger Ombu after the boy. But this attempt also failed. Naruto had copied all the Ombu's abilities, jutsus. So he immediately killed the Ombu after this. The fight went like this. Naruto was playing with his friend Sasuke Uchiha. In this timeline, no one knew about the Nine Tails, only the strange eyes he had. And so yeah. Donzo was blocked away from the village and banished away after this incident, as Hiruzen thought that he gave Donzo too many chances. The incident went down like this. After the failed attempt of the original Ombu, another Ombu was sent after the boy, but this failed because Naruto easily managed to dodge all the jutsus the Ombu sent towards him. He copied all of the jutsus and sent towards the Ombu in much more heavy pressures. People not understanding how the boy has so much chakra, not knowing that he was from a deceased clan named the Uzumaki clan. Later in the boy's life, he made more and more friends, basically befriending the whole academy. Everyone knew him as the cool kid in the school. But more tragedy just had to shook. Naruto could not perform the multi-shadow clone jutsu, as the only problem is that he had too much chakra. This made him fail. He was good in everything else, but he just couldn't pass the shadow clone one or the transformation one, as he needed lots and lots more chakra. Well, he did good in the transformation one, but the shadow clone one he didn't do good in. The reason why I didn't pass is because the shadow clone jutsu is much needed to become a ninja. as ninjas always use this jutsu to deceive other ninjas. The boy continued with his life, sad as ever. Some of his friends would comfort him, but They understand that he had too much chakra for his own good. The academy gave him another chance, but this time, instead of just leaving him dry, not being able to learn anything, Hiruzen would allow him to get a jutsu which the Namekazes and Uzumakis had. This being the multi-shadow clone jutsu. With this jutsu, he was able to make thousands, and if not millions of shadow clones. All the shadow clones had rinneguns inside of them. This shocked everyone even more. The boy would easily pass the academy with max grades, eventually becoming the Rookie of the Year. Sasuke Uchiha didn't mind, as he asked Naruto most of the time some jutsus which he learned over time. Over time, life would become more dangerous though, as shinobis from different villages would try to take his eyes. It never worked though, because either those shinobi were killed by Ombu or Naruto. The villages would try to blame Konoha for these incidents, but then the villages would come back. But Konoha easily had a comeback. They said, why were shinobi doing in their village when they don't even have an alliance? The only village that should be there would be Suna, or the hidden village of the sand. So the villages couldn't do anything against Konoha. Konoha was left thriving after this. Konoha managed to gain plenty of money because of Naruto. Naruto was a force to be reckoned with. Naruto at a young age was also sent on missions. At the age of 6, after the previous Ombu attack, he had already cleared out most of the missions, or most of the easy missions, making life easier for the village, making the village get plenty of money. So when he was placed on Team 7, Team 7 had to go for much more higher rank missions. Team 7 would kinda be different, but to keep it simple, let's just make it the original one. Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto. So they would have to take much more higher missions, which Naruto doing most of those missions by himself. As by the end of the day of them first, after the bell test, which they easily understood since most of them were friends anyway, so they managed to just pass through using teamwork. Naruto, so after in the first day of them officially being Team 7, they immediately wiped out most of the missions. So some of the teams kept on complaining, but they said that they would allow the teams to pass through, like how it was technically unfair. Team 7 constantly came back, and if Naruto just didn't want to do anything, he would just summon a bunch of shadow clones to do it for him. So, and eventually they move up the ranks again, and then they would move. Their first mission on that rank would be a long one, this being to protect a bridge builder, and if they did help them get back the bridge, they could have a brand new alliance and a trade deal. So this was a pretty high stakes mission. And in this mission, the bridge builder would tell the truth after hearing the stories about Naruto. Hiruzen would be a bit skeptical to send Naruto, but if his plan worked and Naruto could copy all the jutsus, then maybe they had a good chance. So it would start. Team 7 would move out. Naruto couldn't just send his shadow clones this time. So Team 7, Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke, and Kakashi went out. The demon brothers would come out of nowhere, attacking them, but they would quickly be slaughtered by Naruto, as Naruto knew how to kill people with no mercy. Sakura would start to fanboy over Naruto instead of Sasuke, but Naruto had no liking towards her. The rinnegan made Naruto much more colder. Naruto easily defeated the demon brothers, in the process saving Kakashi from near death. Anyway, this is where I'll be leaving it off at the demon brothers. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Yep, goodbye.